The issue of climate change is becoming more recognized as a global challenge common to all humankind, and we must aim to realize a carbon-free society.
We have to support the UN's 17 Sustainable Development Goals, adopted back in 2015, and which offer a global framework for promoting prosperity while protecting the planet.
We also know that it's essential that IP rights are granted in a timely fashion, that they are predictable and enforceable.
Innovation and intellectual property have an important role to play in turning these ambitions into action. The global IP system is a key factor in supporting green innovation and creativity around the world.
The first one is to apply for a patent for the technology developed in-house, of course, before starting the joint project. And the other is to make it possible to apply independently for a patent for cultivating Euglena cells itself. And the point of proceeding a joint research project is to understand and respect the purpose of other companies' participation in the joint project as well.
What have been the key factors to be successful in the market from the university to the global player? So in founding and funding the companies, it's very important to be aware of the power of IP before funding, to do the right decisions at the early phase, to create the basis for investing companies into your venture. It must be possible that the IP is transferred from the university to the young company, because it's a very important asset.
We have patents that have coverage in 48 countries, and we've even succeeded at enforcing our patents in China. That's our team right there on the top right that did some contingency-based work for us, because every product that is successful is destined to be copied. And as a matter of fact, that's what we want as society. But until we're ready to put those rights into the public, we want the ability to exclude others.
そこで JPO ではスタートアップ向け知財ポータルサイトである IP ベースを提供しています。このサイトはスタートアップがまず見るサイト、知財専門家とつながるサイトというコンセプトでスタートアップが知財の情報を取得できる場です。IP ベースにおいては知財の基礎情報、ケーススタディなどのコンテンツを配信しています。さらにスタートアップ向けの知財セミナーなどを多数開催し、スタートアップと知財専門家のつながる場を提供しています。
So this is important, of course, but in fact not so big. It's less than 20% of all low energy patents, and most of the innovation is taking place on the demand side for energy efficiency, fuel switching. That's about 60% of the patent. And now there is a third important category, which we call enabling or cross-cutting technologies like batteries, smart grids, carbon capture, or hydrogen, that have the potential to transform many industries, and that will play an increasingly important role in transforming all sectors deeply towards low carbon energy, as they have been doing, for instance, in the car industry.
So secondary markets are critical for intellectual property. And intellectual property actually facilitates the sale and transfer of intellectual technology by not only certifying that technology has passed in the case of patents, has passed the criteria for patentability, but it also allows different buyers and sellers to communicate with each other about the technology in a standardized format. So the role of a patent is multifaceted in licensing.
自動車メーカーの強みである、バッテリーのコントロール、モーターのコントロール、それから一方で電機メーカーの強みである、バッテリーの要素技術ですね、電極とか、電解液、エレクトロードとかエレクトロライト、こういったものの IP を組み合わせたことで、ブレイクする新たな価値が生まれたと思っています。
Remember that having only one or a few patents is rarely sufficient. As other presentations already made it very clear, if you want that IP plays an efficient role to reach the market, you need to take different angles and develop a robust cluster of patents. If you don't do that, you will facilitate the job of the followers.
We've also seen that our investment in our green technology and our patent portfolio has caused our competitors also to be forced, if they're not already doing this, to be forced to invest in green technology in order to keep up with us.
We're a technology company in the power industry, where that industry is moving towards renewable energy. And IP is a big part of our positioning. We could not protect and advance our technology without it. And that's why we spend, just renewable energy alone spends millions of dollars a year in procuring IP and also maintaining that IP.
Now, we all know in order to achieve the goal of limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably to 1.5 degrees, as per the Paris Agreement, it's going to be critical to foster global innovation ecosystems and to support innovators in their use of intellectual property.